commander John Yunt. He was in court today in Monterey County where he pleaded guilty to 3 felony charges. Action News reporter Felix Cortez broke the story on Twitter today. He is live in Salinas right now with our top story.
And Dan, Aaron, that death threat was made against his wife, Kristen, and today we're learning much more about that chilling threat that John Yunt made, in which the former officer talks about shooting investigators here at the courthouse and taking out fellow cops.
Of law enforcement, and I take full responsibility for my actions.
Retired veteran police officer John Yunt in court Thursday pleading guilty to charges of burglary, accessory after the fact, and making death threats.
The last 3 years of my life had much turmoil. I thought that at some point I would be able to control that turmoil. Unfortunately, I was unable to do so.
Yunt's attorney says the commander was a good cop until he met his second wife, Kristen, described by the defense as a compulsive criminal.
The toxicity of which splashed onto John, and unfortunately that line between being a husband and being a cop was blurred.
Investigators started looking at John Yunt when they arrested his wife on charges of identity theft, fraud, and burglary. Dozens of victims involving tens of thousands of dollars. The victims included the commander's own son, his brother, and ex-wife. Prosecutors say John Yunt knew about the alleged crimes, may have helped his wife commit them, and then tried to cover them up.
He even told one person that the case had been sent to the FBI, so we're all over this. And in fact, the FBI had never been informed of anything.
But when the Yunts separated, Kristen threatened to go to police and reveal her husband's involvement. John went on a tirade, according to prosecutors, calling in a chilling threat to kill her and go on a murder-suicide shooting rampage. John said he was going to make national news.
In it, he tells her that if she's going to do that to him, he's going to slit her throat. He says he's going to take, in this recording, he says he's going to take his assault weapon, he's going to go to the district attorney's office, he's going to shoot the investigators who are working on this case.
And he is so sorry. Nobody thinks that he would have acted on those threats, and he certainly had no intention of acting on those threats.
And also this morning we learned that more charges have been filed against John Yunt, this time in federal court, charges of wire fraud and extortion. Prosecutors say a plea deal is in the works in that case and possibly won't lead to more jail time. Now, Yunt's last boss he worked for in Pacific Grove reacted to today's guilty plea, and we're talking about Chief Vicki Myers here, and she said, and I quote, "While this is a very sad ending to a law enforcement career, it's important to know when police officers go rogue, they will be brought to justice." Aaron, Dan.
All right. Thank you very much, Felix. As for John Yunt's wife, Kristen, now her case of identity theft and fraud is still in the court system. It is pending trial. Prosecutors are saying that a plea deal could be reached in her case as well.
Also on the Crime Watch tonight, a Marina couple being held in Tacoma, Washington in connection with the death of their 19-month-old son will soon be back on the Central Coast to face charges. Today, Brandon and Christina Kenny waived extradition, meaning the couple will be returned to Monterey County to face felony child abuse charges. Both will be held without bail until they are transported back to California. That could take up to 2 weeks. More on this case can be found at KSPW.com, including a look at the official court documents. You can visit our website, KSPW.com, to find the latest information on this case.